Welcome to A Voice for MG, a podcast which features the voices of individuals sharing about life with myasthenia gravis. I'm Allison Dye, your host for today's episode. We're going to be talking about treatment of MG or myasthenia gravis with our guest today, Federica Basciu. Welcome.
Hi everyone.
I am so thankful that you are willing to share this part of your story today. So thank you. Before getting into today's topic, which is treatment or therapies for MG, do you want to introduce yourself? What's your name? What's your age? Where are you located?
Okay, I'm Federica. I'm 26 years old and I live in Sardinia, Italy. And in this moment of my life, I'm studying scientific communication and I'm a member Myasthenia Gravis Association, Italian Association, and member volunteer of EuMGA.
Wonderful, wonderful. And so before getting into treatments, how long ago were you diagnosed with myasthenia gravis?
I was diagnosed in 2020, but now I know my symptoms, and they started when I was around 11 years old. Of course, they were less intense compared to 2020. In fact, in 2020, things got worse day by day, very quickly. Within a few months, I can't see or move properly.
Wow, wow. I relate to this. I do not have MG, but I have other neurological conditions. And I had symptoms in childhood, but it did not get worse until I was a young adult, older adolescent. And so it's looking back and thinking like, yeah, there were signs all along. So I relate to that very much. So once you were diagnosed, did you start a treatment right away? What did your doctor share? Were you supposed to choose something right away? How did that go? Tell me more.
At first, for the 4 years after the diagnosis, I was considered a seronegative patient. But last September, I tested positive for LRP4 antibodies and start the treatment. It took really long time because I couldn't find a doctor in Sardinia who really know the disease, especially the seronegative type. A lot of people told me what matter is knowing what you have, so you can treat it. But for me, it wasn't that so easy because find a treatment that can help me is more complicated.
So the idea is that you get a diagnosis and then you choose a treatment and everything is okay. That's what a lot of people think, but that's not always the case. And you're still seeking a treatment. So how does that feel?
I felt and I feel sad and disappointed because I think no one talk about how hard is actually find your treatment. That one treatment who really that really helps and doesn't come with too many side effects, because side effects are important too. Many of them are brutal and debilitating for me.
Mm-hmm.
And the most of the time, there's no real balance between treatment and the problem it brings.
Yes.
I've tried a lot of therapies. Maybe only one or two were actually tolerated by my body. But none of these have made me feel good as I hope or as I deserve to. But every single one of them has changed me in some way. I have gained.
Gained.
I have gained a lot of weight. I have lost almost my hair, and I had acne, constant nausea and vomiting, headache, insomnia. My mood was completely changes. Plus, all the symptoms of myasthenia get worse day by day. I didn't recognize myself
Mm.
um, in the mirror or recognize myself in general. I felt like it wasn't even there. I felt like a ghost.
Mm.
I was going through it all like it was happening to another person, no me. Um, and I couldn't make my choice for myself. I think no one ever have no no one ever explained to me how the risk of the treatment.
That's something that you wish had been different. Maybe would you have wished to be more informed when starting treatments so that you knew what to expect? So I'm trying to imagine what that was like. So starting a treatment and then it must have been kind of scary when you
Yes,
start having all of these symptoms. How did that feel?
I couldn't make the choice for myself.
Mm,
I don't know. I wasn't really aware,
hmm.
and the doctor didn't haven't told me
Hmm.
how intense the side effect could
Could be.
get. Even the treatment from the beginning didn't go well. I kept doing it because the doctor told me. So
Mm, mm,
after I was hospitalized for a new treatment, one that left me stuck in bed for 2 months. The doctor actually suggests I try it again, but for the first time, I said no. I refused to go through more pain. Um, I finally listened to myself and give me all the time I needed to recover from all the damage because um, the doctor didn't give me the time to recover me by therapy because they give me a therapy that I immediately started another therapy. It was so fast and so painful. Like I remember that period like a nightmare
mm,
where um, where everything was blurred,
hmm, hmm,
and I wasn't there. Is I
mm,
feel like um, it wasn't my things
hmm.
or my
Felt like a bad dream.
yeah. I feel like a bad dream.
Wow, wow. That sounds terrible, truly terrible. So this is the side that doesn't get talked about a lot. And doesn't, I know it must be hard for you to share this. So thank
Mm.
you for sharing this. What do you wish doctors and medical professionals explained better? What do you wish they had told you?
I really wish the doctor told me how is the real risk of the pathology and the risk of treatment. I really wish we as a patient were more informed and educated
Mm,
um, in our condition and the treatment.
hmm.
So we could make so we could make truly a conscious choice. I think for us it's also important have people around us um, who understand how hard it is
Mm,
and um, um, starting a treatment don't mean all our problems are solved.
hmm.
Um, it's often take a very long time to find uh, that actually the treatment actually works for us. Something that help without having side effect
Hmm.
and side effect that they ruin our quality life. No,
Yeah.
um, I think finding that balance is incredibly hard.
Yes.
And I think I put all my earth in every single treatment I tried.
Hmm.
And when the things didn't work out, I feel even despaired.
Mm,
It's not simple.
yeah.
It's easy. And on top of that, it's also demanding. For doing plasmapheresis, I have to travel 200 kilometers. And honestly, it's an improvement because during the first year, when I was doing plasmapheresis for the first time, I was doing nearly, I think, 700 kilometers. Yeah.
Wow. Wow.
So it takes up a lot of time and
Yes.
energy, not just for me, but also for the people who support me and the people take me there.
Yes. Yes.
And
Absolutely. That's a lot. And it's probably something that a lot of people don't think about when they see you.
yeah,
I'm sure they're like, "Oh, you look amazing." You look good. And you're like, "Ah."
not really, but
And that brings me to, so you talked about even like some of the treatment side effects changing the way you looked and you didn't recognize yourself in the mirror. Do you want to tell me more about that? How was that? Did you get comments from people? What did it
oh,
feel
of course,
like?
yeah. When before I started the treatment, I was very skinny, and actually I'm very tall,
Mhm.
so I was really skinny. So after I started the treatment, I gained so much weight, and I had a moon face. So
Mhm.
when I met some people, they didn't recognize me,
Mm.
or they told me like, "Oh my God, what happened to your face? Why are you like that?" Um, I have a really bad moment because the other people didn't recognize me, but also me. Uh,
Mm.
so it wasn't easy, and even the skin, like I don't know,
Stretch. Yeah.
even the skin stretched, so it was painful, and no, I don't know. It's art.
Hmm.
Um, I was, I think it was, I think the worst period was I was really sad. I didn't went out with my friends. I closed myself in home because I really um, was shamed.
Mm.
And, and I don't know, because that girl, that wasn't me, you
Hmm.
know?
Hmm. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I can imagine. I can imagine. That has such an impact on your mental health as well. I can just imagine. Like, I think it's all connected, right?
Mhm.
Absolutely. What do you wish more people understood about MG treatments?
I think we, as a patient, need more understanding
Mm,
uh, for our condition
hmm.
in medically and socially.
Mm, hmm.
Because when the people come to you and said like, "Oh my God, what happened to you? You was so skinny," you know,
Yeah.
I think it's not really good for us.
Hmm. Absolutely. You're like, I know, I can see myself in the
Yeah,
mirror.
I have a mirror in my house, so I
Yes,
know. And so I wish there were more understanding.
absolutely. Yes. If you could have one wish for concerning your MG, what would it be?
If I had to dream big, I think um, I wish a treatment that's easy to manage and truly helps me in uh, feel me good, really good.
Hmm. 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 Something that makes you all feel really good. I love that. I love that. And my last question is, what and who are you thankful for?
I still consider myself as a luckiest person in the world because I have an amazing family. My parents who support me and support me in everything. And without them, I think I wouldn't have had a opportunity
Hmm.
um, I have had.
Hmm. Hmm.
And my brothers, who I think they are my heart,
Mm.
and um, I can't forget my hands because they are like an army, and they help me in everything. And my family is, I think, is a beautiful gift.
Yes.
Of course, my friendship, I think they are really precious,
Mhm.
and my boyfriend,
Mhm.
because I don't know, he loves me and he understands and supports me in everything, and of course my animal. I love my animal, so I'm so grateful for all of these.
Yes. Yes. And I want to thank you for being here today and lending your voice to A Voice for MG and sharing your story. It really means so much. So thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you for listening to A Voice for MG, a podcast brought to you by EuMGA, the European Myasthenia Gravis Association. To learn more about the organization and this podcast, and to see how you can support, please visit eumga.eu today. A huge thank you to all of our supporters, members, collaborators, sponsors, and a heartfelt thank you to Federica Basciu for lending her voice to today's episode.